Question 10. Circle the correct answer for each of the following statements. So this is part A, part B, part C, all multiple choice questions with 1 mark each. 0.2 is equivalent to. Equivalent means the same. So this is converting between decimals, percentages and fractions. So you need to know this number in particular off by heart. So what we need to know off by heart is 0.25 is the same as 25%, which is the same as 1/4. 0.5 is the same as 50%, which is the same as 1/2. 0.75 is the same as 75%, which is the same as 3/4. You also need to know that 0.1 is the same as 10%, which is the same as 1/10. So 0.1 is 10%, so 0.2 must be 20%, and that'll give you 1 mark. You do also need to know that (0.2), as we said, was 20%, so that'll be the same as 1/5, because there are 5 20s in 100. So 0.4 would be 40%, which would be 2/5. 0.6 would be 60%, and that's the same as 3/5, and 0.8 is 80%, which is 4/5. Part B. 5.4 take away 2.16 is equal to what? So I can do a sum here to work that out. 5.4 take away 2.16. So when we're taking away decimals, using the column method, we need to make sure that our decimals are in a nice, neat line so we don't make any mistakes. So 5.4 take away 2.16. 2.16. As you can see, I have a gap here, so I'm going to fill that in with a 0 to make my life easier. 0 take away 6, I can't do that, so I need to borrow. The 4 becomes a 3, carry the 1 over. 10 take away 6 is 4, 3 take away 1 is 2, 5 take away 2 is 3. So my answer is 3.24 for 1 mark. Part C. 5/6 take away 1/3 is equal to what? So this is adding and subtracting fractions here. So I need to make my bottom 2 numbers the same. Okay, to do that, I need to find the smallest number that is in both of these times tables. So it's in the 3 times table and the 6 times table. So it's the lowest common multiple. So to do that, I'm going to use the bigger number and put that in my head. I'm going to do the 6 times table until I find a number that's also in the 3 times table. 6, that's in the 6 times table, and it's also in the 3 times table. So my bottom number is going to be 6. Now, I ask myself, how did I get from this 6, follow the arrow, to that 6? I timesed it by 1. Same over here. What did I do to this 3? Follow the arrow to get to that 6. I timesed it by 2. So the rule is, what you did to the bottom numbers, you must do to the top numbers. Follow the arrow. 6 times 1 is 6. That's the bottom number. The top number, 5 times 1, is 5. The same over here. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. This is much easier to do now because my bottom numbers are the same. So I need to keep the bottom number the same, and then I just do the top. So 5 take away 2 is 3. So this doesn't look like any of the options I have because I haven't yet simplified my fraction. I need to make this as small and as simple as it possibly can be. So I need to find a number that goes into both 3 and 6. So I could use 1, and I'd say how many 1s are in 3? 3. How many 1s are in 6? 6. So 1 may go into both of the numbers, but it actually brings me to exactly the same fraction. So when we're simplifying, we can't use 1. So I need to use another number. There's only 1 and 3 that goes into 3. So I need to use 3 now. How many 3s go into 3? 1. How many 3s go into 6? 2. You may have recognised straight away that 3 is a half of 6, that's fine, but that's how you would simplify that fraction. So my answer is 1/2, and that's one of my options for 1 mark.